A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant turn of events, the United States government has announced a halt to certain shipments of weapons to Ukraine, a move that raises concerns about the ongoing support for the country amid its struggle against Russia's military aggression. This decision, revealed on July 1, 2025, comes as U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and other officials reassess the nation's military stockpiles and prioritize domestic interests over foreign commitments. Previously pledged munitions, which were meant to bolster Ukraine's defenses in its three-year-long conflict with Russia, will now be delayed or canceled entirely, according to a statement from the White House. White House spokesperson Anna Kelly emphasized that this decision was made following a comprehensive review of U.S. military support and assistance to countries around the globe, stating, "This decision was made to put America's interests first." The implications of this halt are profound, particularly as Ukraine faces an unprecedented wave of aerial attacks from Russian forces, which have intensified in recent weeks. With the conflict showing no signs of abating, the U.S. decision to withhold military aid is likely to exacerbate Ukraine's vulnerabilities during a critical juncture in the war. The Biden administration had previously committed over $66 billion worth of military assistance to Ukraine since the onset of the invasion in February 2022. This included extensive support for air defense systems, which are crucial for countering the increasing frequency and severity of Russian missile and drone strikes. The Pentagon's review, which led to the decision to halt shipments, revealed that U.S. stockpiles had become alarmingly low for specific weapons systems that were promised to Ukraine. While officials have not disclosed which exact munitions are affected, the halt is seen as a significant setback for Ukraine as it navigates the complexities of its defense strategy against a formidable adversary. The timing of this announcement is particularly noteworthy, as it coincides with ongoing discussions about peace negotiations between Russia and Ukraine. President Trump, who has been vocal about his desire to facilitate a ceasefire, met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at a recent NATO summit, where they discussed the potential for additional military support, including U.S.-made Patriot air defense systems. Trump acknowledged the effectiveness of these systems and hinted at the possibility of making them available to Ukraine, stating, "They do want to have the anti-missile missiles, okay, as they call them, the Patriots. And we're going to see if we can make some available." This shift in military policy reflects a broader change in the U.S. administration's approach to the conflict. Defense Secretary Hegseth has been actively redirecting funding toward what he deems essential national defense priorities, which has resulted in a re-evaluation of military aid to Ukraine. During a testimony before lawmakers, Hegseth stated that a negotiated peace between Russia and Ukraine would project strength for the United States, despite the fact that Russia remains the aggressor in the conflict. He also emphasized the need for European nations to increase their defense contributions, arguing that the current U.S. defense budget reflects the reality that Europe must step up for its own security. The Defense Secretary's comments indicate a significant pivot in U.S. foreign policy as the administration grapples with balancing support for Ukraine while addressing domestic military readiness and priorities. This evolving stance has raised eyebrows, particularly given that Hegseth's predecessor, Lloyd Austin, had established a coalition of nations to coordinate military aid to Ukraine, a role that Hegseth has since distanced himself from. The absence of U.S. leadership in this coalition may signal a waning commitment to international military partnerships that had been established in response to Russia's initial invasion. While the U.S. remains committed to providing robust options for military aid to Ukraine, the recent halt of shipments has left many questioning the future of American support in the face of escalating hostilities. As the conflict continues to unfold, the ramifications of this decision will undoubtedly reverberate across the geopolitical landscape, impacting not only Ukraine but also the broader security dynamics in Europe and beyond. With the stakes higher than ever, the world watches closely as the U.S. navigates its role in a conflict that has already claimed countless lives and disrupted global stability. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.